Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Payo time here with the Rams Radar. And yes, in this video, we're going to be talking about the Rams playoff situations going on right now. And then we're also going to talk about the Falcons first overall pick, which, again, if you don't know, and if you're watching this video, I'm sure you do. The Rams hold their number one pick this year. So it's of interest of Ram fans. So we're going to talk about it in this video. Thanks for clicking. Feel free to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about first the Rams, then we'll talk about the Falcons pick afterwards. So Rams currently right now are second in the NFC West. And if you're wondering, well, the Rams and Seahawks have the same record. Why are the Rams second in the division? It's cool. Don't worry about it. The Seahawks have a 2-1 division record. The Rams have a 1-1 division record. Just the Seahawks have played one more division game than the Rams have. If the Rams beat the Seahawks on Sunday, then the Rams have the lead in the NFC West, and that is the goal here, right? That is you want to win your division, but you have no control over when you play each team. So right now, just the Seahawks have played more divisional games. That being said, this is a massive game on Sunday at SoFi Stadium, and so both teams are 7-2, and if you look here. Currently, they have the Seahawks have a 14% chance at the number one seed. The Rams have a 23% chance. And then the Seahawks have a 13% chance, the number two, Rams 20%, and then 8% for the three for the Rams, 6 for the Seahawks, and 3 for the Seahawks for the fourth seed, and 3% for the Rams. Now, I say that to highlight that the Rams actually have a better percentage chance than the Seahawks right now. And again, this website, playoffstatus.com, is totally about math. These percentages change weekly. And you'll notice that they are predicting with their math that the Seahawks have a better percentage chance at being in the wild card situation, where the Rams have a better chance at actually winning the division. It's slender. It's, to be honest, going into week 11, it's not super significant, but it is something to note of. Just the Rams have more NFC opponents left on their schedule because the front of their schedule was so AFC heavy. So I say all that to look. The number one thing that the Rams need to do on Sunday is beat the Seahawks. But if we look at their other important games that will impact the Rams coming up next week, you have that one. And this is the most important games the Rams have had all season long. I've been checking this pretty much weekly, and the highest I've seen was like a 62. This has out of a factor, a 91. This game is critical. If the Rams want to win the NFC West, winning this game goes a long way to accomplishing that goal. That being said, the Lions and Eagles game also has an impact of 20, so that is significant in regards to trying to get the number one seed in the NFC. Lions are a 6-3 team, Eagles 7-2, but the Eagles do have a tiebreaker with the Rams, being that they faced head-to-head, and unfortunately, the Rams lost that game, but we don't need to talk about that now. So that being said, that's a huge game. Cardinals and Niners, obviously a significant game. Because they're NFC West opponents, and also the Rams will eventually play both the Cardinals and the Niners, even though they played the Niners twice already, so they still have to play the Cardinals twice. The Vikings and Bears NFC matchup, that has an impact on it. Bills and Buccaneers, the Bills winning, that helps the Rams in regards to seeding, just because the Bucs are a 6-3 team, one game behind the Rams. Giants and Packers in the thick of it. Importance of 2, Commanders and Dolphins, NFC opponent there with the Commanders, and then the Falcons and Panthers. An NFC opponent, and the Rams play both the Falcons and the Panthers this year, plus the Falcons draft pick as well, which we're going to talk about in a moment here. And technically the Cowboys, Raiders, but they're not given much importance to it there. So anyway, I share all that to say this is a massively important game. And if we look over to tankathon.com, talking about the Falcons pick now. Now, right now, if the season ended today, the Rams would have the 10th overall pick. So if the Falcons can somehow keep losing, this pick will be inside the top 10 of next year's NFL draft. And I know some people that watch this are like, I don't care about the draft. It's what are we doing? It's in season. But there are a lot of people that like talking about the draft, so I'm talking about it in this video. If we go to this Falcons schedule here, they are currently on a 4-game losing streak. They play the Panthers, who just beat up on them pretty good week 3, 30-0. So maybe that's another L. They play the Saints, who have been a tough out for some teams. You never know. I'm not gonna count on that, the Saints or the Jets. But if they lose those 2 games, this pick gets so much more valuable in next year's draft. I don't see them beating Seattle. I think Tampa Bay will beat them. The Cardinals might have their coach fired by that. I'm week 16, late in the year. I'm not exactly sure about that. But then the Rams, I think the Rams will beat the Falcons on Monday Night Football. And then they close off the season with the Saints again. If the Saints can steal one of them, and that's why I say if the Panthers can sweep them and the Saints can beat one of them, it could be a tall task for the Jets, but it is in New York. Maybe that helps. But if the Falcons keep losing here, this pick is going to go up, climb the draft board. And we want to see, maybe it gets into the top 5. I don't expect the Falcons to be worse than like the Titans or even, the Saints, Giants, Browns, and Jets, Raiders. Kind of a tall task. But I do think they can sink lower than the Bengals, the Commanders, or the Dolphins. And if you're looking at that 7th pick, that could be cool. Anyway, that is going to do it for me in this update here. Thanks so much for tuning on in and talking Rams. I'll be having a watch party for the Rams and Seahawks game on Sunday. And, of course, every Wednesday night, I'm live with my fellow Rams content creator, Rams House, on on First Down Rams. And we'll be happy to talk everything Rams related. Would love to see you there on the live stream. As always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo!
Thank you very much.